despite not having his best stuff, he really battled and made pitches when he had to. He had traffic throughout the game, but always reached back and made some good pitches and gave us 6 good innings. Our bullpen came in and did a very good job. I think our first inning basically killed us. Bases loaded, no outs, and couldn't push across a run. That really did us for us. We let him off the hook right there. He got into a very good rhythm and started dropping down and changing speed on us. And after the first 3 hitters, I didn't think we had the right approach against them because guys were trying to do way too much against him. And he takes advantage of that, changing speed and changing arm angles, and took advantage of all those guys. He pitched a very good game, and it's on us for letting him off the hook on the first inning.
Manny, can you get a little more specific on Chen? Just what he did so well out there for him?
Well, after that first inning, he had his command back. He's a rhythm guy because he's not an overpowering guy, and he got into a rhythm and started changing speeds. And as he does, he was dropping down against our lefties. And changing arm angle, and just he doesn't throw the ball right down the middle. After that, he was just in and out, and our approach wasn't the best. And a lot of the guys were hitting some. If you saw the last couple innings that he was out there, some kind of deep fly balls, but off the end of the bat, because basically he does a good job to stay off the barrel. And the approach with him is just use the whole field and try to base hit him to death. And if he makes a mistake, then you pop it. But we try to do too much, and it really hurt us.
Jared Head with his first major league game. Just talk about how you felt he did.
I thought it was good for the young man. I mean, this guy has worked so hard throughout his career to get over here, and it's credit to him. We had options, we had choices, but I think this guy has earned the right to be here. The way he's played throughout his career and the way he was playing in AAA right now. It was good he got the first one out of the way. I mean, even if it was just an infield hit. And, he had the right approach at the end, too. He hit a ball hard to right field that Francoeur couldn't field cleanly and started things for us. But, again, we couldn't execute there.
It's big for Masterson to get through 6 innings. Pitch count was almost at 90 through 4.
Yeah, I mean, he had to battle. As I mentioned, he had traffic throughout the game. The left-handers got him a little bit. I believe there were like 6 for 14 off of them. And but he did make some pitches, and it was huge for him to be able to at least get through 6. And that's what he can do. He's a horse. And the last 2 innings, he got it back together and lowered his pitch count.
Manny, it seems like almost every day you're getting some bad news on the injury front. How difficult is this become?
It's a challenge, but everybody has their issues. I mean, we lost our whole outfield and our DH, but I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and complain. That's part of the game. I knew that we couldn't survive some of those injuries, and the guys have stayed in there afloat, kept their head up for as long as they could without those guys, and we have to continue to battle. I mean, it's an opportunity for some guys to make a name for themselves, and it's not easy, but can't call the commissioner and ask for a month off.
Carrera getting picked off. He's had some base running problems. Is that inexperience or?
Yeah, he's had some issues this week with some mental mistakes, and that's something that we're going to have to live with it. I think it's we have to understand that on the right situation, those guys weren't even going to be here. They were going to be developing AAA and still learning. Now they have to be learning up here, and he's had a rough week on the mental aspect of the game. After getting picked off, not the bunt to getting the force out at second base. This whole week he struggled a little bit, but that being said, he has given us some good at-bats too. And we said it, we were going to have to be patient with these guys because they were rushing to this due to all the injuries.
Do you think these guys still believe they're in a pennant race and there might be some reinforcements coming?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, these guys, they get out. The last 2 games tells you, the whole story where these guys could have just rolled over. And they know it's only 6.5 games with a month to go. I mean, they've seen it many times. We talk to them and explain to them how things can change in a week, just like it happened to us. We were a game and a half out, and then in a week we were 6.5 out, and things can change in a week. We have to try to take care of our own business and not worry about them.